Quest Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Deadly Will by Leigh Russell, narrated by Zara Ramm. Chapter 1. Time seemed to crawl by as he stared at the intruder. He could only have stayed silent for a few seconds, but it felt like hours. "No, no!" he croaked. His throat felt as though it was closing up. He tried again, forcing the words out in breathless bursts. "Why are you doing this? Who are you?" His words rose in a shrill crescendo, and he broke off, struggling to control his shaking. "You don't need to know who I am." The voice was hoarse, impossible to identify. All he could see of the face were dark eyes glittering at him through holes in a balaclava, the stuff of nightmares. The intruder lifted one arm, and a faint light from the window shone on the barrel of a gun. "Get out of my house!" he yelled suddenly, terror finally loosening his tongue. "Get out! Get out!" Muffled by the disguise, the intruder's laughter sounded barely human. "That's not how this works. You do what I say, or—" There was a loud click, and the gun jerked in a leather-clad hand. "What do you want?" he gasped. He took an involuntary step backwards, as though a few inches' distance would shield him from a bullet threatening to rip through his flesh. Desperately he glanced around for his phone, but it wasn't beside the bed. His initial burst of adrenaline gave way before a visceral fear that gripped him, making it difficult to move or utter a word. He struggled to control his thoughts. He knew he ought to be observing the intruder, memorizing details to tell the police, but he couldn't focus. In any case, it was impossible to see anything under the shapeless jacket, balaclava and gloves, which concealed every inch of skin. "What do you want?" he repeated. The words sounded unreal, but he ploughed on. "I'm rich!" Sensing a way out of danger, he became garrulous in his relief. "That's why you're here, isn't it? If it's money you're after, you've come to the right place. Come to my study and I'll open the safe. You can have everything. Only please don't hurt me," he added, almost breaking down as the intruder stirred. "You can have all my money, my wife's diamonds, passports. They can all be yours if you don't hurt me. Is it a deal?" He was in no position to bargain, but he had to try. Dimly aware of the alarm wailing outside, he knew if he kept his nerve, this harrowing situation could be over quite soon. Somewhere in the room his phone rang.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?